I came into the ministry in 2021. The Lord had brought me here because my life was just a mess. It all started back when I was a kid, pretty much at the age of 13. I started using alcohol and marijuana, cigarettes, to mask the pain that I felt inside because of the split home, the abuse I dealt with, and such things like that. And so I ran to other things to make myself feel better, make myself feel accepted. Hello, my name is Brian. I am a graduate and staff member here at Loving Hands Ministries. By the age of 16, I was locked up for my very first time. Every other year, it seemed like I was getting locked up or getting in some type of trouble. I've had 4 DUIs. I've had many domestics, all because of my drug use and everything. I moved up to Michigan when I was 24, tried to escape. I really tried to run away from my addiction, and I also got married and had kids. But the core root of how I handled my problems came with me, and anytime a problem arose in my marriage or with my kids, I would just take off and go on a bender and go get high or go get drunk and just run away from the problem. And it led to a divorce, me leaving my kids. And when that separation happened, I kind of spiraled out of control because I couldn't see my kids anymore, and I didn't know how to cope with it. And so I went back to the way I learned how to cope when I was a young kid. And things went really out of control to where I was shooting up heroin, I was doing meth. I ended up living in a tent at the end, homeless, nowhere to turn to, and I was stealing out of people's houses and cars to survive. It was during the middle of COVID, and had no ID, no nothing. I'm thankful today that I got caught at that time. I even was up in Michigan when I got caught, and I did 11 months up there. And the Lord, during that time, started getting a hold of me. I turned to Him in that jail cell and was like, okay, God, if you're real like they say you are, I need you now. But I was so caught up in my hurt and my pain that I couldn't believe that it was true for me. I believed, yeah, He loves you, He doesn't love me. If He loved me, He wouldn't have gave me this stuff that He gave me. He wouldn't have gave me this abusive household, this alcoholic household. He wouldn't have gave me this pain. And I kind of blamed Him and said that you can't love me. And I was supposed to get out in the middle of February with nowhere to go. And Michigan's a pretty cold state. So if you get out there with nowhere to go, you're gonna offend, and I was gonna do, well, the things I knew how to do. I was gonna go back to stealing and robbing to survive, and I didn't want to do that anymore. So I was real with God. I said, look, I need your help. And during that time, I had charges down here. I had some credit card fraud, a couple felonies down here that they said the whole time they were not coming to extradite me. All the way up the whole 11 months, they said, nope, we're not coming to get him. So it came to about an hour before my release, and Florida called and said, hey, we're coming to get him. And I was probably one of the only extraditions during the middle of COVID. I got flown down here in handcuffs. My dad was like, wow, you're here. Well, let me tell you about Loving Hands Ministries. God orchestrates things perfectly. My dad was taken out of my life at the age of 4. I didn't see him again until I was 39. I visited him one time before I got locked up. And then when I was at 40, he was there to tell me about this place. So I came in here and ready to give it all up. And I tell you what, the Lord met me. I remember 3 weeks after coming here, I gave my life to the Lord. I went up to the altar and said, Lord, I'm yours. God met me at that altar, and He, I guess the easiest way to say it is rocked my socks off. Like, He transformed my life that moment, and He became real to me that moment. And it's kind of a wrap from there. I've been on fire for the Lord. I just love my Lord and Savior and what He did for me. Like, it wasn't just me He changed. See, I have 5 beautiful kids that weren't in my life before coming here. And God has brought them all back into my life. That relationship with my mom that was broken, that we love-hate relationship. I get to talk to my mom every week. Now I get to use my testimony for His glory, for His kingdom. And I get to work alongside the staff here in helping new men get the same solution that I did. Men come here and they get transformed, they get set free, they get a relationship with the Lord. And without a relationship with the Lord, life is empty. I just feel blessed. I'm thankful for Loving Hands and what they do here. And I encourage you all to find out more. Come alongside us in any way you can, because there's great things going on here. Jesus is alive and he's still transforming lives today, and we are witnesses of that. God bless you.